Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Supposedly Wonderful Future. Alright, we're done with we're done with all this timestamp, so time to go to root director or whatever. Alright, meetup record. Oh wait, no, we did that. Oh thank goodness, one more. Next suspects. Here you can initiate a video conversation with those who could be responsible for the incident. However, it might be better to hold out the question until you learn more about the suspects. From Sean. Okay. Oh, we're done with that. Woo! Wait, so what's the point of this? Oh, it doesn't do anything. Yes? Oh, that's actually you. Wait! Got save. Oh my, got save. Oh. Did all of that, we got save. Oh my gosh. Are you the one in charge? Supposedly. Aww. Kind of you, Lisa. Are you the one in charge? Supposedly. They keep telling me that as much as it surprises me, I am. Must be someone really important from Life Plus. Not really, I'm just a time traveler. Well, I don't want her to commit suicide, so I'm gonna have to do the best thing I can for her. Wow, it's out of my league to even imagine what your life must be like, but you probably want to hear what's happened. Yes, if you can, if you can. Well, I should probably start with the show. Everything kind of revolved around it. Okay? I was doing a web series with a group of people, mostly as a lead actress, but also editing sometimes and giving other people a random help here and there. Would film it and upload it online for people to watch. Been going for about 2 years. You could say it was my main occupation. Kind of web series. Is it popular? Comedy drama with some VR effects to make it more engaging. Is it popular? More or less, nowhere near the top stars, but enough to have an active and supportive community. Go on. About 10 days ago, somebody apparently hacked into my account because I was locked out, and then a blog post appeared under my name that I didn't write, saying that I was leaving the show for good. Suddenly leaving like that, wasn't it obvious that it's not your post? Oh no, it's very convincing. Not a single inconsiderate word, but a lot of explanation. What a great ride it was, how much fun I had, or how I feel it's time to move on. Them sucks, though. Comedy drama. Future me could have written that. After doing this for 5 more years and finally getting tired, not the present me though, the present me still enjoyed every single second. Couldn't you explain the situation to your fellow showmakers and through them to fans? That's exactly what I tried to do. I called them, they believed me, and then they tried to explain to people that the post was fake and I wasn't going anywhere. Some were convinced and others said I should make up my mind already. The internet security is so good these days, it's hard to believe that stuff from your account cannot be yours. Maybe not yours, or maybe we just weren't fast enough and the message already sank in. Even so, shouldn't the fans be grateful that you decided to stay? That's what I thought, but the negative comments I started to get after finally restoring my account, it was so unexpected and confusing. People said that I'd really better go, that I looked tired and should leave the road to somebody who was more excited about it. One moment they like you, the moment they ask you to leave? What kind of fans is that? Forcing a lead actress to quit? Well, that must be a bummer. It's like this story became the tipping point. The disappointment was building up to silence for some time, but then they decided to speak their mind. I mean, most said they still like the show, they just feel they will be better off without me. That's an even meaner thing to say. That must have been tough. That's not a very nice situation to find yourself in. It's better this way. I mean, the whole thing is kind of pointless unless viewers enjoy it, right? I just wish they could have said it sooner. I wish I didn't fool myself into thinking that others like me. All this time, I felt that I really found my calling. I wanted to entertain people, only people that had different things in mind. Hey, cheer up! This would not have happened if it wasn't for a single person, and that person is going to answer for it. I sound like I'm getting struck by lightning while reading it. Thank you, I really appreciate all your help. It's very important to me. I was told you were fired. Is this what they meant? You were distressed so much you consider suicide and blogged about it, right? That should be all for it. Okay. No, I was fired from my official job as well. I worked part-time as a waitress at a small local cafe. Well, a fancy small local cafe, you could probably say, as they employ real people to serve clients. I assume my boss was happy he no longer had a small-time actress for a waitress because a couple of days into the incident he caught and said I shouldn't bother coming anymore. That's a pretty strange reason to get rid of an employee. Wasn't the show bringing you money? It was you, Lisa. You stole your own yogurt. I solved it. A waitress job can get a bit weird now that most food places rely on automated terminals or robots. If you serve people what a machine could do, smiling and being polite is not enough. You need to be special to have a twist. I always knew my acting was the main reason he hired me. I just never thought it was the only twist I had. Sadly, no. We sell some merch here and there, but it's not generating any significant income yet. I had to work on the side to pay the bills. To be honest, I'm also a bit wasteful when it comes to spending money. Well, no other way but to get rid of that habit now, right? I got another question. Sure, I'll try to answer it. You're distressed? Yes, about that. Oh god, I don't know how to say it. You're gonna arrest me too. Let me guess, you didn't really think about it, did you? The problem, I didn't really consider it. I don't think I have the guts to kill myself. I was just really depressed and didn't know what to do, and I've heard that the government and some corporations monitor and respond to blog posts like that. So, wait, so you mean you deliberately tricked everyone, made them think it's more serious than it is? So you wrote it to attract attention. So you wrote it to be fun for solving your own problems. Oh god, I'm so sorry. I just thought maybe someone would give me a call or something. I never thought it would be this serious. You reacted like it's a matter of national security. I couldn't imagine that the most prominent corporation in the world would get involved. Oh, I'm in trouble, am I? Yeah, well, I don't think that's entirely your fault. Don't worry about it. Life has its own agenda, its own reasons to be here. Who knows? I'm just here for the bullying part. I think you should be, but either way, that comes after we find our culprit. Yeah, well, I hope you're right. Silly me imposing on people with such stupid troubles. That should be all for now. Why does this game kind of remind me of a story? Yeah, it kind of does, because there's a lot of dialogue and a lot of stuff and a lot of detective work. A lot. You're kind of right about that, Lisa. Let's save again. Tuxi. You? Hello again. Well, tell me about your potential culprits. 5 of them, right? Yes, 5 marvelous personalities. Provides you for further scrutiny. They are the usual suspects if you catch my drift. Oh, goody. Catching keys or souls is a childhood dream of mine. You have a penchant for old movies or something. You're so funny I could die. You shouldn't, my friend. We need you alive and healthy to solve this devious crime. Oh my gosh, he didn't get the sarcasm. They are suspected because they had the means to do this. What we are after is someone who could access her account and write a blog post under her name, right? Well, she did say her account was hacked. Dude, they look like mannequins. Well, can't really do anything about that though, Lisa. But she told you as well, did she? I however, made a thorough examination and found no signs of hacking, no indication that the security was compromised at all. Which leaves us with a simple explanation. The culprit had access to her account because she voluntarily gave it to them earlier. 5 suspects I give you are the members of the same team. They all worked on the show with Ashley and they all knew her account's password. What do you mean they knew her password? I mean, she told her password to each of them at one point or another so they could log in and use the stuff she created to simplify the teamwork, you know. Now wait just a minute. That's not how it's supposed to be. Even if you do something together, you send emails, you upload files, you don't share your entire freaking account. Who does that? Huh. And the fact that she trusted them completely be of an excuse? Maybe not after a mess like this happened. I can't. Of course not. It doesn't matter how much you trust someone. You can't tell them your past. You don't. You're right. Of course, from a perspective of someone like you and me, it sounds completely ludicrous. However, consider a couple of facts. First, she's not the most savvy internet user around. She's just good at using specific software that helps to get the show. And then savvy users can have weird security compromising habits for that matter. Second, her personality is not security friendly either. She never even considered her friends could do such a terrible thing. Combine the two together and well, it doesn't make this any less wrong, but at least it gets more believable. Are you sure she wasn't hacked? As sure as it gets, I'm no world-class code breaker, but I know a thing or two about cyber security myself, and it's not just about my skills. The hacking stuff is a rather unlikely event. Why is it such a big deal to break into somebody else's account? A very big deal. Your account is the gateway to everything you do online, from financial transactions to countless social interactions. It's more of an electronic password than an account. Woo! Or correspondingly, big corporations spare no expenses in improving general level of security. Life Plus has made great contributions to the cause as well. Oh my. Yeah, what's so important? Yeah, it's so important. Shouldn't there be other authentication steps like voice recognition or fingerprints or whatever you guys use these days? Yeah, right? You're right. They usually are. Sadly, you can switch them all off if you want to, and that's exactly what our girl did. Another indication of her trusting personality. If whoever takes this so seriously, shouldn't it be a cybersecurity case rather than a cyberbullying case? You know, with more manpower on the scene? Oh, could have easily been. They're usually ready to react to the slightest suspicion of hacking. Our operation is just a boring family party compared to what Light Plus security departments could have deployed around here. They're also much better equipped to track hackers through the net. However, there is an important but. That but being list of Kevs to give so far, reading fast and the ability to not look his age. Amazing. Oh, Lisa. They care only about security, not the aftermath. Not in intangible, emotional aftermath like this, at least. No bank accounts data was stolen, no money lost. It doesn't matter that the incident was the real reason she lost both of her jobs. Ashley would be left to her own means without any closure, explanation, or proper mental help. I think Jackie understands that too. That's why she and I were able to keep the security guys in the blind. The cyberbullying case, in the just world, it should be. I guess we better get to the very bottom of this, and how exactly solving this crime will help actually get back to their jobs. You're completely right. Maybe somebody just guessed her password? Knowing the password and taking advantage of it is not the same thing. Maybe it was someone else entirely? Aren't they supposed to be friends? Thought about that, but after seeing that password, I think we can rule the possibility out. She may be completely security blind, but it wasn't something you can guess or crack brute force. No, you either have to pull it right from the server's database or know it to begin with. Well, according to Ashley, these 5 people are the only ones who had the access, and because we ruled out hacking, it simply has to be one of them. That's the best logical conclusion I can give you at the moment. We need to identify our targets by their honest activity, like see who was logged into Ashley's account at that specific time. Unfortunately, no, that can't be done reliably. I can only say that the target lives in the local area, but that's true for all of our suspects. Security is usually so good and collaboration software is so convenient. 99.9% of the time, there's a guarantee that accounts are used solely by their holders. When they're not, however, identification process gets rudimentary and we're left in the dark. And that's why I'm your amazing spirit animal. That reads so fast. Destroy my throat. Aren't they supposed to be friends? Even friends can have skeletons in cupboards, and sometimes you end up hurting friends because the skeletons rattle their bones annoyingly and whisper things in your ear. And figuratively speaking, did she share a password with the entire team? Almost, and the only exception is the show's director. Ashley said she tried to give it to him as well, but he specifically refused. Must have at least had some concept of security, unlike others. Is it enough to rule him out? Maybe he learned the password from others. No, I don't think he's ever used Ashley's account, and he was also away on a trip when this happened. His alibi is solid. You're telling me that the whole incident happened solely because of her password sharing quirks? Basically, yes. Don't take it the wrong way, though. We all have our quirks. That doesn't mean others are free to exploit them. If we even investigate this, she kind of brought it to herself. Of course we should. It's a cyberbullying case. Remember, it doesn't matter how easy she made it for them. It's still wrong. It's nothing else. It's worse. They took advantage of her generosity. Enough of this for now. Sure, is there anything else you need to know before starting? Oh my gosh, there's a lot more stuff. Oh god. How can I talk with suspects? You can make a video call to any of them from the terminal in Ashley's room. They should be available and willing to cooperate. Theoretically, we can bring them to you face to face. There's not enough evidence for that, but we did our best to explain how unwise it can be to ignore us. Any other evidence to pursue? Bruise? Sure, it's all there on the terminal. You can read her fake resignation post, the team's official response, people's reaction. See for yourself how it all happened. I did that already. There are also records from their last meeting at the library. Why would they meet at the library? It's just a convenient place to get a free room and do some work face to face, as opposed to their usual remote interaction. It's like you know where to find me today thing from what I could gather. They plan a date in advance, and then throughout the day, people would come and do stuff with other people. They call it a meetup. Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'll die in 10 minutes or something. Do we have the main suspect? Well, suspect C would be the obvious choice. He and Ashley had a short but rather unpleasant argument during their team's last meeting at the library, right before this incident happened. What about? He tried to ask her out, she got rejected, tried again, got rejected more firmly, stormed out. Returned later to apologize. To be fair, still, both parties were probably left with a bad aftertaste. Do you think he did it then, got mad because of the rejection and decided to punish her? Do you want an obvious cool investigator response or a more down-to-earth response? The former would be no way, it's never that simple. He can't be that clueless. The latter would be yes, he can be that clueless, and ruling him out just because we think everyone is smart would be the worst kind of mistake. Also, yes, there is a noticeable difference in character. His romantic attempts are hasty at first, at best, stupid at worst. The fake resignation post is subtle, careful, and full of well-written, well-chosen phrasing. No matter what this guy says, he's guilty. But he's a detective, Lisa. But this, of course, can also work both ways. Maybe it's yet another indication that he is not our culprit, or maybe he can be subtle when he wants and use this difference exactly to avert our obvious suspicions that would mean he's actually rather cunning. Right. You're really making it sound complicated. Everything is complicated. It's just a matter of how deep we can dig before our head starts to hurt. All I need to know, you're the boss. Any advice how to approach the suspects? Look for a motive. As you can see, there's not much hard evidence to go by, so the psychological aspect comes first then. Learn their personalities, probe them with questions, find out how they really feel about Ashley, and use it to connect the dots. You never know how bitter deep inside someone can be. So it's more of a mind game than a proper investigation, really. Well, insofar that we don't have bits of evidence to piece together and can't identify the culprit from fingerprints or DNA scans, yes. Until late, your head is hurting. But we still have a victim and we owe her to figure out the truth. That counts as investigation in my book. And in the end, I'll just have to guess. You don't need to go with your guts, yes, but it doesn't have to end there. Once you decide on your primary suspect, you can try to trick them into confessing. Keep asking uncomfortable questions, make them feel guilty, or even give them the taste of their own medicine. You mean troll them? If you think it might help you, then yes, feel free to. Hey, it's about finding get fun. Well, I suppose that would kind of defeat the purpose of investigation. Yes, thank you for understanding that. Adopting the enemy's tactics is dangerous ground. There is nothing wrong in it per se, but you have to be very careful. Agreed! Pokemon detective style. But even if you do none of these things, even if you just point at a person and say, grab this one, well, you're the boss. I'd rather we end up with something more substantial, but yeah. The Big Brother explicitly said your decision should be trusted completely. I don't know what kind of circumstances can give a man's opinion so much weight, but I respect you guys and your work enough to play along. Did you know the girl didn't really think about suicide? It was just her way of attracting attention? Was it? Oh well, that doesn't really matter. It doesn't? I thought it was kind of the whole point of the commotion. Not the whole point. The cyberbullying still happened, right? That's a good enough reason to start investigating. Besides, you can never really tell if a person is having suicidal thoughts until it's too late. You too fragile of a substance. To your point, but they said it's a top priority case. Surely they could do more detailed evaluation before assigning a priority, involve a mental health counselor or something. Nobody can say for sure, even a counselor. It's just a matter of trust. You either assume people are honest, pay attention, and end up with some false alarms, or assume they are lying, wave your hand, and end up with a body count. I don't know about others, but I made the choice a long time ago, my friend. And what is Mr. Catley's role here? Mr. Catley is the muscle of the operation and are linked to official law enforcing institutions. The latter entails some perks, the most relevant of which being the right to walk into somebody else's house and search shit. Really? He doesn't need a warrant? I imagine he would be happy to exercise it. Happy somewhere deep inside, that is. That even help? We probably won't find any hard evidence. It's not that kind of crime. Shouldn't we be searching their computers rather than their actual living places, like browsing history and stuff? True, but we might stumble upon something helpful, something that may shed more light on their relationship with Ashley or even give away their motive. Our best bet is to learn more about these people, and a house can say a lot about its residents. Or we're authorized to do that too. In fact, I already have, only it didn't amount to anything worth mentioning. But a physical space might still tell something more digital could not. That being said, I don't want to encourage you to use those search warrants just because we can. If you feel it will help the investigation, then by all means do so. But otherwise, let's stick to it. Less invasive procedures. Care for some personal chatting? Sure thing. It's important to develop mutual trust within a unit. Oh my god, you're too much. Also, what's that guy wearing? Those shoes. 0. We need to investigate those shoes. I think he just ran into mud and then just like forgot about it. And it's just muddy and mud. What's your occupation? I consider myself an artist. I thought you were more on a technical side of things. That's right, but I do it on the net. Everyone is an artist on the net. I don't follow. It's a feeling, you know. We do what we do for a variety of reasons. Like maybe you just need money, or maybe you have to do it because of some social, cultural, family-related restrictions. But when you go online, you have to leave it all behind. For online, you do stuff because it matters. It's like a pure form of existence. I guess that. It deserves to be. The internet is the place to go when you're tired of stereotypes and assumptions. Not really. It happens a lot, too. There are no borders, nationalities, or other superficial differences. There are only people of Earth and the many wonderful things they can create together. I'm from the past now. Awesome. What year did you choose? I didn't choose a year. I was just living there. That's the attitude of immersion, man. Immersion. Wait, you think I'm talking about simulation, virtual reality? Hey, nothing virtual about it. Real is what you feel, my friend. Oh, never mind. You check 2019 sometime. Now that was one hell of a year. All right, we're done. Pleasure. No, we're done. Nope. Oh my gosh, and we got this guy to talk to. Oh, save. We did so much. Oh my gosh. Save. Oh, we did it, guys. We're done. We're talking to now. We gotta talk to him, and then we gotta do some stuff. Oh my god. Woo! What a game, guys. What a game right now. My throat hurts. And I'm going to end this episode for a supposedly wonderful future. So if you guys enjoyed this episode, then please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. And don't forget to hit that bell too to get notifications. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!